Upstairs in Building 805, above the bowling alley, is CPN, the Central Pacific Network. Operated originally as only a radio station in 1945, CPN now has 2 television channels, 1 AM radio station, and 3 FM radio stations. CPN became a network in 1988 when TV and radio service was extended to Roy Namor. CPN receives its programming from the Armed Forces Radio and Television Service and is the only contractor-run AFRTS station.
Almost all the programming you see here on channels 9 and 13 is sent via satellite from a master control center located at March Air Force Base in Riverside, California. That's where the AFRTS Broadcast Center is located. Up until just a few years ago, before satellite, programs that were aired on channels 9 and 13 came from very old tapes that were played back locally. The programming was not nearly as timely as it is now, and it wasn't on 24 hours a day. The Broadcast Center also sends the same programming we receive to AFRTS stations located worldwide. Many of these stations have specific satellite feeds meant for their time zone. Kwajalein, having a very small audience, we don't have that luxury. So we borrow from AFN Atlantic, meant for the European theater, and adjust accordingly to make it fit our very unique time zone.
CPN is able to time shift its programming by means of a video server.
We use virtual recorders, which are basically a video server, and they have a series of 9 gigabyte hard drives to where we can add more, take away. If we need to delay 13 hours, we need to add more drives. And then we can simply tell it to play back after 7 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours. So basically you just pick off the playback time that you need.
CPN supplements the AFRTS programming with a few local shows, which provide command information, weather updates, and a touch of Kwaj flavor. On the radio, there are 3 local shows. Weekday mornings, it's Rich Fagler and the Wake Up Crew. Weekday afternoons, it's Jason Bischoff. And Monday mornings, it's a DJ grab bag as CPN announcers alternate as hosts. Myself, Kevin Barnes, Charlie Carlson, Chris Hale, and soon newcomer Kane Faribaugh bring their unique styles to the radio. These radio programs are broadcast on 1224 AM and 101.1 FM. For television, there's the weekly series Window on the Atoll.
We do Window on the Atoll basically just to keep the community informed on some of the major events that happen around the island, or to bring them up to speed on things they might not have known about organizations on the island. It's kind of like an informational, educational, and also just enjoyable thing that we like to share with the community. And it's really a group effort most of the time, even though some weeks if there's only one story, it might just be me, who actually edits the story. Everybody takes a hand in putting the story together. Window on the Atoll airs at 6 p.m. on Fridays on Channel 9, and then the same episode airs again a couple times throughout the weekend. If you happen to miss it, the episodes become available at the end of the month in the library, and you can check those out and maybe make a copy of it for yourself at home.
CPN also provides local command information by means of the Community Bulletin Board, or roller, and timely crawls. The community can submit roller announcements by fax or in person, and each announcement is reviewed before being aired. Announcements of more immediate importance of the community are put on the air right away by crawling them across the bottom of the screen. This method is generally reserved for things like flight changes or programming updates. Switches between network feeds, the video server delay, and other specially taped programming are controlled by a computer automation system nicknamed HAL. This allows for smooth transitions between the various sources. The radio stations are essentially direct feeds, and the little switching that they need is done manually. Either way, the master control operators monitor everything that goes on the air closely 24 hours a day. All of the things that happen at CPN keep TV and radio on the air and ensure that entertainment, news, and local information are easily within reach of Kwajalein Atoll. For Window on the Atoll, I'm Jim Mewich, CPN Kwajalein.